Imagine this for a moment: two people eat roughly the same number of calories every day, walk similar distances, even sleep about the same hours, yet one slowly develops stubborn belly fat while the other doesn't. For decades, we were told the explanation was simple laziness or overeating, but science, history, and culture quietly tell a more complicated story. Belly fat isn't just about how much you eat, it's about what you eat, how your body responds to it, and how modern food has changed faster than human biology ever could. Long before calorie-counting apps and fitness trackers, ancient cultures noticed that certain foods seemed to sit heavy around the waist. Medieval doctors blamed cold and damp foods, while early 20th century nutritionists warned against refined sugars without fully knowing why. Today, we finally have clearer answers, and some of them are surprising, uncomfortable, and even a little ironic. Let's start with a modern myth that refuses to die: fat makes you fat. For years, people avoided butter and eggs but happily consumed low-fat cookies, cereals, and snacks. The result? Waistlines expanded. Many foods that increase belly fat do it not because they're high in fat, but because they spike blood sugar, disrupt hormones, and confuse your metabolism. White bread is a classic example. It looks innocent, feels light, and has been a staple in Western diets for generations. But when you eat it, your body treats it almost like sugar. Blood glucose shoots up, insulin rushes in, and whatever energy isn't immediately used gets stored, often right around the abdomen. White rice, refined pasta, bagels, and many breakfast rolls work in a similar way, especially when eaten frequently. Sugary drinks may be one of the most powerful belly fat promoters ever invented. Soda, sweetened iced tea, energy drinks, and even many fruit juices deliver sugar in liquid form, which the body absorbs rapidly. There's no chewing, no fiber, no real signal of fullness. Historically, humans rarely consumed sugar this way. Even honey was eaten slowly, in small amounts. Today, a single large soda can contain more sugar than people once ate in an entire week. Fructose, in particular, is processed mainly by the liver, and excess amounts are more likely to end up as visceral fat, the deep belly fat that wraps around organs. Then there are foods marketed as healthy that quietly work against you. Flavored yogurts often sound like a smart choice, but many contain as much sugar as dessert. Granola bars, breakfast cereals, and protein bars can be wolves in sheep's clothing, combining refined grains, syrups, and oils into something that barely resembles whole food. Even smoothies can be problematic when they're packed with fruit juice, sweetened yogurt, and added honey. Drinking calories is rarely satisfying to the brain, so you're likely to eat again soon. Fast food deserves its reputation, but not always for the reasons people think. It's not just about calories, it's about the combination of refined carbs, unhealthy fats, salt, and flavor enhancers. Burgers with white buns, fries cooked in industrial oils, pizzas loaded with processed cheese, and fried chicken with sugary coatings all trigger reward centers in the brain. Psychologists call this hyperpalatability. Your brain encourages you to eat more than you planned, while your hormones lag behind, failing to signal fullness in time. Over years, this pattern strongly favors belly fat storage. Processed meats like sausages, hot dogs, bacon, and deli slices have a long cultural history, from European curing traditions to American barbecue culture. But modern versions are far removed from their ancestors. They're often high in saturated fat, salt, preservatives, and additives that may increase inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is closely linked to insulin resistance, which makes the body more likely to store fat in the abdominal area. Snack foods are another major player. Potato chips, crackers, pretzels, and cheese puffs are engineered for mindless eating. You rarely stop at one handful. Historically, snacking wasn't common, meals were structured, and food required preparation. Today, constant grazing keeps insulin levels elevated, preventing fat burning and encouraging storage. Even popcorn can contribute to belly fat when it's drenched in butter-flavored oils and salt. Desserts are obvious culprits, but the story goes deeper than sweets are bad. Cakes, cookies, pastries, donuts, muffins, and pies combine sugar, refined flour, and fat in a way that's metabolically powerful. This combination was rare in nature, which is why the brain finds it irresistible. Ice cream, milkshakes, and frozen desserts add another layer by being cold, creamy, and easy to overconsume. Historically, desserts were occasional treats, tied to celebrations. Today, they're everyday comfort foods. Alcohol deserves special attention, especially beer and sweet cocktails. The term beer belly exists for a reason. Alcohol provides empty calories, disrupts fat metabolism, and lowers inhibitions around food. When the liver is busy processing alcohol, it temporarily stops burning fat. Sugary mixers make the effect worse. Wine is often seen as healthier, but excessive amounts can still contribute to abdominal fat over time. Certain cooking oils also play a role. Industrial seed oils, often found in fried foods, baked goods, and packaged snacks, are high in omega-6 fatty acids. While not inherently evil, excessive intake without balance can promote inflammation. In contrast, traditional cultures used butter, olive oil, or animal fats in moderation. The shift toward cheap, refined oils coincided with rising obesity rates. Late-night foods are a cultural phenomenon, from midnight pizza to sugary cereals before bed. Eating large amounts late at night can disrupt circadian rhythms, affecting how the body handles glucose. The same food eaten earlier in the day may be processed differently than when eaten at midnight. Over time, this pattern can favor belly fat accumulation. Let's talk about so-called diet foods. Low-fat dressings, sugar-free candies, and diet desserts often rely on artificial sweeteners. While they reduce calories on paper, they can confuse the brain's reward system. Some studies suggest they increase cravings and appetite, leading people to eat more later. Chewing on sweet-tasting foods without real calories may also disrupt insulin responses. Breaded and fried foods go beyond fast food. Frozen nuggets, fish sticks, onion rings, and breaded vegetables seem convenient, but they combine refined carbs and fats in a way that promotes fat storage. Ready-to-eat meals, especially frozen dinners and boxed foods, often contain hidden sugars and starches even when they don't taste sweet. Cultural comfort foods deserve mention. Mac and cheese, creamy pastas, casseroles, mashed potatoes with gravy, and creamy soups are deeply comforting, often tied to childhood memories. Psychologically, these foods reduce stress, but physiologically, frequent consumption can encourage belly fat, especially when portions are large and activity levels are low. Cheese itself is complex. In moderation, it can fit into a healthy diet, but ultra-processed cheese products, cheese spreads, and cheese-flavored snacks are another story. They're calorie-dense and easy to overeat. Similarly, nut butters and nuts are healthy in theory, but portion sizes matter. Eating them mindlessly can add up quickly. Breakfast foods deserve a rethink. Pancakes, waffles, syrup, sweet pastries, sugary cereals, and flavored coffees can turn the first meal of the day into a sugar bomb. This sets the tone for blood sugar swings all day long. Historically, breakfast was often savory and protein-rich. The modern sweet breakfast is a relatively new invention. Even fruits, usually considered harmless, can contribute to belly fat when consumed in excess or as juice. Dried fruits, fruit snacks, and fruit-flavored candies concentrate sugar and remove fiber. Fruit yogurts, jams, and spreads add more sugar on top. Finally, there are the sneaky foods, sauces, dressings, and condiments. Ketchup, barbecue sauce, sweet chili sauce, honey mustard, and creamy dressings can quietly add sugar and calories to otherwise reasonable meals. Bread crumbs, croutons, and fried toppings add refined carbs without much nutritional value. When you step back, a pattern emerges. Foods that increase belly fat often share common traits. They're highly processed, easy to overconsume, low in fiber, high in refined carbs or sugars, and designed to be rewarding rather than nourishing. They disconnect eating from hunger, turning it into habit, comfort, or entertainment. None of this means you need to fear food or live on salads forever. It means awareness matters. Cultures that maintained lower obesity rates traditionally ate simpler foods, cooked at home, and treated rich foods as occasional pleasures. Belly fat is not a moral failure. It's a biological response to a modern food environment our ancestors never faced. Understanding which foods quietly push your body towards storing fat around the waist gives you power. You don't need perfection, just better patterns over time. If this opened your eyes, helped you see familiar foods differently, or made you rethink a few everyday habits, take a second to support the channel. Like the video, share your thoughts or experiences in the comments, and subscribe for more science-backed, easy-to-understand food and health stories. Your next small change could make a bigger difference than you think.